Well, hello there, guys. Agrippa Maxenius here, coming at you with another battle, and this time it's with Darth. For those of you that don't know him, you should just be absolutely ashamed of yourself. This is Darth, the creator of the game itself. This guy has made this game all, well, not entirely by himself, but certainly with a team of a lot of great people, and I love to get the chance to go ahead and face him in this battle. So I'm going to go ahead here and do my best. We're doing the Battle of the Two Hills. I really wanted to do kind of an easier battle, something that would be over with quickly, so that we can kind of determine who's going to be trying for these points harder than the other. In this case, I think that Darth has no problem beating me, so I really have to go ahead and try something new. And this should be interesting because, to be quite honest with you, Darth, obviously, he's the maker of the game, the creator of this entire series, and he's just amazing at the game. He's just great. For those of you that are interested in our interview, I'm going to leave a link down below, but this guy knows how to play a Civil War game, and he's Greek. I'm American. I should be the master at this, but I'm not even close. He beats me every time, so I'm going to go ahead and try here, Battle of the Two Hills, try something different. I think he expects me to stay back and be a little defensive, and in this case, I'm going to go ahead and surprise him. He's actually going to move on one of my points, which I didn't expect him to do. Sort of expect him to lay back and play defensive, but he knows what he's doing, and I think he's going to go ahead and do exactly that. So I'm going to go ahead and line these men up in a better position, because I can already see that he's going to be coming up right on this area right here with all of these men, and this is intense. So I'm going to go ahead and try to take the rest of these spots. We're getting a few reinforcements, so we're going to move them up as well. Excelsior Brigade, Burling, and Carr, and we're moving Eustace right here just to take that point, and I may be able to worry him enough that he'll have to come for these points. The great thing about Little Round Top and Round Top is they're very easy to hold. If you have a strong supporting infantry to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do that. Now, as you can see, he is tough and he's ready to go. He's pulling up his entire infantry brigades on mine. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get as many men on the field as possible, and this is not easy at all. He's actually brought Barksdale up to do some serious damage. And for those of you that have seen my videos in the past, Barksdale and Wofford together are just a nasty combination. So I'm going to go ahead and try to hit him with shell shot. I'm going to go ahead and actually fall back with Wheaton. There's no need for him to just get wasted out here. So I'm falling back with Wheaton. I'm going to actually fall back with Chamber 2. And with Bartlett, I'm going to do the same and sort of just form a defense around this area. As you guys can see, if we use the terrain calculator here, we can see that we have a pretty nice high point up here. So I think this is probably the best idea, just to move my men into a better position. Let's see what's taking on over here. Make sure... Oh boy. Alright, Eustace is already in combat with Eshelman's battalion down here. And it's amazing how Darth is just basically aware of everything going on right now. Like, he is kind of attacking me on all points. I expected him to only attack me on one front, which is typical in this battle. And he knows exactly what to do. He's pushing all the points. I'm actually surprised Wofford is falling back here. I'm guessing he just asked for a fallback. I'm absolutely certain he didn't do that on purpose, or I would have known. And let's go ahead and try to get Butler and Cowan up. But this is where I'm going to get a little sneaky and try to get some canister shot down on Darth here. So we're going to go ahead. Sems has some great cover, and that's something I really don't like. So I'm going to try to counteract Sems' great cover, and I hope he keeps coming up this hill. I'd really like to go ahead. I'm going to use my run option. I don't generally do this, but I'm using my run option just to get to the top of the hill before he does, and be able to defend against Anderson's charge. And here we go, hurrah! Sickles and his 3rd Corps are here, led by the division of General Birney. Now we get to teach those Rebs a lesson. And it's going to be beautiful, so we have some guys coming to the battlefield, and of course I'm going to send them over here to this impending battle. And I hope I send them in time, because this is quite a way to go, but I really do want to beat Anderson. It looks like we got Anderson to pull back. Great job by Eustace there. We managed to secure the ridge. So we're going to go ahead and continue here, and I'm just going to bring these guys up, Burling as well. You know what? I will say this. I generally don't feel confident in saying this, but I think that Darth is feeling a little shaky right now. I don't think he expected so much resistance here at the hill. And we're bringing Excelsior Brigade. We're going to fire down on Anderson. Actually, I'll fire down on Law. Excelsior Brigade, and we'll keep firing. And as you can see, we've still got men here. Kershaw, of course. I'll go ahead and switch this over to canister shot. And in fact, I should have had this prepared by now, but this is not something easy to plan. So we're going to go ahead and prepare canister shot. We get Seeley and Harn over here, as well as Martin. And try to move him into place so that he can be of some assistance in this battle. I really want to charge, but that's the last thing I'm going to do. We're going to let him get a volley off here. Come on, boys. And there we go. Kershaw's going to get a little taste of my canister, and hopefully that should make him move back. I like how he has a secondary line here behind Kershaw. Just in case we get Kershaw to run, he's going to be able to easily bring these guys up for an assault. So here we go, guys. This is where we really have to focus, I'm thinking. Since he's having a lot of trouble moving up Little Round Top, we got to go ahead and try to push the attack on this side. And thankfully, he does have a lot of men up here. So I'm going to go ahead and move all of my artillery into position. Get everybody here. Try to force him off Little Round Top. Let's bring Torbert over here. I didn't even realize Torbert was all the way back here. I want to try to hold him back. And boy, we're having trouble with Russell, and he's going to the Confederate charge. Oh, Darth, you sneaky little Greek. This is the problem, is Darth knows exactly how to use the Confederate charge perfectly, and he is crushing me with that charge. I mean, that thing, my men don't even want to fight. They just want to retreat. They want nothing to do with this, essentially. So I'm going to go ahead and try to counteract the situation. I'm hoping our reinforcements can help a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to do everything I can to push his men off the hill. Got a strong point up here on the top of the hill, but I don't know if it makes much of a difference. Go ahead and hit Anderson as hard as we can. Alright, here we go. He's definitely getting to the point where he's about to take the hill. Obviously, I'm going to move all of my men into this position as best I can, but this complicates things without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm going to go ahead and focus all my fire on Sems. I'm thinking if I can make Sems run, and if I can bring Torbert over here, I'm actually going to run with Torbert and get behind his cavalry. Maybe I can make a little difference. And in fact, I'm going to try to surprise him. I'm not sure if I can get there, but if I can, I'm going to do something that the Union generally doesn't do, and that is mental charging. I'm going to go ahead and charge his cavalry units, try to disrupt them as best I can, and sort of confuse him a little bit. Because right now, one thing that Darth does incredibly well, that you guys can see in this battle, is his use of cavalry, his use of artillery. It's just unbelievable. His use of artillery units in general is just crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and move in here, and I'm going to keep moving with Torbert, clear out this artillery pocket, and see what I can do, because that thing is keeping my men down, and there's nothing I can do about it. Let's go ahead. I'm going to hit them with a charge. Alright, here we go, guys. Torbert is charging into the artillery units. The rest of my artillery units, I'm going to switch them over to canister shot, so that if any of his guys get close by, they're going to get a whole mouthful of lead. And we'll keep moving forward with Carr, Eustace, Winslow, Burning, all of these guys. He's actually putting up an amazing fight at Round Top, which I didn't expect to happen. So we're going to go ahead and try to counteract that. And we're trying to get a better cover advantage, but he's got such great cover, it's going to be tough. Alright, here we go. Torbert is still fighting his cavalry units. In fact, it looks like we could probably keep attacking with Torbert. I'm going to go ahead and just keep running in this direction and just confuse him. At this point, I'll get all the arty I can to fire some shell shock on his location. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Now, as you can see, a lot of his units are actually pulling back at Little Round Top. We actually got Anderson to retreat, which makes me a little bit happy, but he doesn't win the battle, obviously. Let's get Winslow to switch to some shell shot, throw it down at old Darth, and he's still doing a great job with that artillery. I mean, he knows how to use artillery so well, and I just don't know how to set up my artillery in this position so effectively. It's just one thing that I think is awesome about his gameplay. So we're going to go ahead and keep attacking here. So now Kershaw's moving back. Let's see if we can move forward down here. And it looks like Barksteel's actually moved up here to try to flank one of my units in case we try to take this position back. That's pretty crazy. It's going to work, but I think it's pretty risky. So we're going to go ahead and attack with everything we've got. And see if we can't force these men to leave this area. He's got better cover than I do. He's actually got a height advantage, as you can see here, so it's not going to be easy to fight him. Let's bring Russell down and see if we can flank Barksteel. In fact, I'll run with Russell. Even though his condition is terrible. Alright, let's see. Here we go. We'll go ahead and start firing with Russell. just want to see how I'm doing on this hill. Again, I don't want to attack right away. I mostly want to defend, and I believe if we actually just defend, we're going to win this battle. So if we can take back this point and defend too, we're going to be in a really good space. I'm going to go ahead and move O'Neill up here. I'm amazed that he's actually behind enemy lines. We'll move forward towards Barksdale and move Russell down. And this is just how great Darth is at actually figuring out what to do. Barksdale was trapped between two lines, so instead of having him get just chopped up by my men, he's actually charging with Barksdale, which is going to cause so much more trouble within my ranks. And he's also charging with Kershaw, Walker, all these guys. And this is going to cause a major problem. I want to countercharge. I know what Darth is going for, and I know his tactics. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to countercharge. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. It may actually end in total defeat. But I think it'll surprise him a little bit, and he'll go, what the hell? He's a Union. He shouldn't be countercharging. And see how it goes. So let's go ahead and take a look down here. So right now, as you can see, I'm holding this position. I'm not going for anything. I'm just going for a defense. I don't even actually want Excelsior Brigade this far forward, so we'll actually fall back with Excelsior Brigade and see what's going on here. And look at that, our men are in locked combat. And up here with Barksdale, he's also in locked combat. I want to go ahead and get Russell on top of this hill. I mean, wouldn't it be amazing if we could come in with Russell, a brigade that hasn't even gotten that much fighting in this battle, and take this position? That would be pretty cool. So we're going to try. Here we go with Neil. And if I could charge Neil, I certainly would. But his condition is very poor, guys. Go ahead and keep attacking. At this point, we're focusing on Barksdale, and I actually don't mind at all. I'd like to totally get rid of Barksdale. So we're going to even fire on the retreating Barksdale with Russell, and really try to displace him with Torbert here. I'm going to go ahead and attack over here, and let's see what's going on at the hill. Bring Burling up to start a little counter-offensive, just to make Darth think that we're going to be attacking towards the hill, when in reality, I really want to take back this area. And I'm actually amazed that he still manages to hold this area with Barksdale, although he does have some pretty nice cover. Wofford, Proprian, Mark. Really want Russell to get in place here. Go ahead, Ward, fire on Barksdale. Look at that, like just that forced sort of cover he's got. It's just so good that we fired an entire volley and not a single one of his men dropped. So we're going to go ahead and move in here. I think it's our only choice, and try to sandwich him in here, force him to pull back, because that's going to be our only attempt at taking back this area. One thing I feel pretty happy about is hitting a lot of shell shot, even make Wofford sort of pull back. I mean, men can only take so much artillery coming in and crushing around them before taking off running. I mean, that's just normal. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So far, I like this. I don't think he's pushing on Little Round Top anymore. I think he's sort of accepted that he won't get this area back unless he really, really tries. He's really focusing on these areas right here, and I can understand why. I mean, this is, he can win over here, but he's got this battle. So we're just going to keep hitting Barksdale as much as we can. Bring Shaler up and try to hit Barksdale as well. If we could make Barksdale pull back, all we've got to deal with is Kershaw and a few other infantry battalions, and I think we can deal with them. But look at that. Look at how effective Barksdale can be. So I'm actually going to run with Shaler, and I don't usually like to run, but in this case I'm going to, and make sure Russell is still firing. Take a look over here. Wow, he's going for the uphill charge. Darth, you sneaky bastard. Oh my goodness. I'm letting him know. So Darth's right now actually laughing. He's saying, let me play as the Union, because I would be at more of an advantage if I played as Confederacy in this battle, and he's nice enough to say that, but I'm still trying my best to take back this area. So let's go ahead and try. And of course, when you're playing against the creator of the game, it's not going to be exactly easy to win the battle, but I love the attempt here that I'm doing here. So I'm going to go ahead and push over here, and I think I'm really going to go ahead and push on this hill. I mean, I'm figuring that's the best we can do, is force him back here. At least we force back those charges. I'm at least glad that I held you back slightly at the Round Top. And I'm sure he's like, oh, whatever. go. So we're going to go ahead and move the rest of these guys up. He's pushing hard on the round top, and man, it's almost like he knows what I'm saying. It's almost like he's heard me mic chatting this entire time and knows that I'm trying to defend that location, no matter what. So it'd be interesting if he manages to take that back. I can show you how to defend in this map. The users see this. I need your advice. But in any case, guys, we're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep trying to take back that. I'm not giving up that easily. No way. And in fact, I'm going to actually send Excelsior Brigade over here. And I'm also going to send Adams Artillery Brigade over here. Because I know he's hitting me hard with those Confederate charges. I'm going to go ahead and actually charge with Eustis. Eustis is in pretty good morale. His condition is pretty awful, let's be honest. But I'm hoping that morale-wise, he'll still hold his position. And I didn't even notice over here on the left side, he's got some guys at Devil's Den. I didn't see that detachment at Devil's Den. I mean, that is major, because now he can pull that detachment in, he can attack me on my right flank here, and just utterly wipe me out. It doesn't matter how well I'm doing on the initial battlefield. It doesn't matter if I'm kicking his ass on the hill. If he has men at Devil's Den, he can bring those in for a flank attack and just wipe me out. So I'm going to go ahead. This is almost entirely the kind of battle we had last time, but he is very, very skilled. I love facing Darth, primarily because, number one, I must say this, and I hope you guys that don't know Darth understand, he is a really awesome guy. Just generally a good person overall, and an amazing player at strategy games, as you can imagine. So right here, he has crushed me. It's amazing. So let's go ahead and take a look. Actually, we still have Little Round Top. Wow! I won't let him take this hill. I'm going to do everything I can to not let him take Little Round Top and see if we can at least stop that. I'll be honest with you, I don't even think we can stop that at this point. Just so much skill over here. He's managed to put a heavy attack on my right flank and a heavy attack on my left flank. And usually when I play multiplayer, it's only one flank that the enemy focuses on. And generally that decides the battle. In this case, he's beating me on both. I mean, that's how good this guy is. So we're going to go ahead. Just look how he uses his artillery, too. I'm actually going to tell him the way you use your artillery is freaking art. It really is. It's just absolutely amazing. If I could learn to use my artillery in this way, I would be just so much better both of a General Gettysburg player. So we're going to go ahead and advance here. In fact, I think what we'll do is with Dertrobriand, Graham, Shaler, all these fellows, we're going to go ahead and move them back up the hill here, and let them recuperate, because they're not going to be able to really do much. You know, as you can see, this is what is needed to win. Indeed. And now he's pushing on, as you guys can see, he's pushing on Little Round Top, and he is crushing me. I'm going to go ahead and do a little Chamberlain action here if I could, and do a counter charge, but we can't even get a counter charge in. He's overwhelmed us so much. So let's hope that we can actually hold the hill here. This is obviously a serious battle going on for this hill. This is, you know, just knives, teeth, anything you can think of. The sort of close combat going on here would be things that we couldn't even imagine, to be honest with you. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to hold with Excelsior Brigade, and he's actually holding with Benning as well. I'm going to go ahead and hold with Eustis and see if I can counteract Benning and sort of fire back. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. So here we go. Wow. Alright, wow, we actually got the Texas Brigade to move back a little bit. I don't think we got him to retreat, but I'm slightly happy we got him to move back. And we'll go ahead here and try to push these areas as best we can. And in fact, what I'm going to do, because the thing about Darth, right, is that he knows this game in and out, and he's awesome at it. And he's probably knows that I'm going to try to retake that area. So I'm actually going to go ahead and see what happens if I just send all my men to try and go and defend the den. Try and defend Devil's Den, try and defend Little Round Top. Let's just see what happens. I mean, I doubt there's even time for me to do anything, but I'd like to try something different. Banning, oh man, he's doing so well. So I don't see him on this side at all. I'll move Bartlett and War up here to defend just in case. honestly, I could get better, like, sort of positions for my men, because as you can see, if you get into the woods, you get a much better sort of cover defensive position. That's one thing I'm trying to do. The problem is, before I even get to the woods, I'm coming into contact with his men. So I have no choice. I've got to go ahead and return fire. If I'm going to try to find a better position to return fire from, you know, that's a different story. But at the end of the day, I still have a pretty tough time here. So I really needed to get that initial defense right. And as Darth just said, he said, I'm going to teach you how to sort of improve on defending this battle. And I hope he does. I hope he gives me some pointers, because I can certainly use them. For now, I'm going to go ahead and put Bartlett in forward here to kind of hang out and just defend this area. We'll move 64 up here. Oh, he's taking the little round top. No! He's definitely taking the top. I'm going to go ahead and focus on Law here as best I can and see if we can dislodge Law. If we can at least make Law run, maybe we can push on the top. But he's got Texas Brigade up there, and Texas Brigade is just, when I played as Confederacy, you guys have seen my videos, one of my favorite Confederate brigades. Next to Ramseur. Ramseur would probably be number 1, and Texas Brigade would be 2. Just managed to win so many victories with Texas Brigade. They are tough men. So we're going to go ahead and try to fight Texas Brigade, but really, this is rough, guys. This is really rough. Let's go ahead and hold. We're going to hold this guy too. I mean, the best thing I think we could do is just hold and cause him trouble in terms of our actual line power, our volley power in this line fire situation. Otherwise, we're pretty screwed. So we're going to go ahead and hold. He's going to charge with the Texas Brigade. Oh, that's craziness. Alright, so he is charging with the Texas Brigade. We're going to charge with Shaler right back at him. I'm not accepting this, Darth. If you're going to charge with me, man, I'm charging right back at you. Your rebels can deal with this, then my Union soldiers should be able to too. And you guys can see there's that close combat going on there. Bayonets against bayonets. You know, the backs of rifles cracking against the heads and skulls of other soldiers. But ultimately, that Texas Brigade has come out at the end victor. Managed to actually hold. And the Texas Brigade is still attacking. We're going to go ahead and hold the Excelsior Brigade and see what we can do. But over here on the right side, we're pretty much finished. And just, wow. I can't feel too bad, because this is the maker of the game, and the man is amazing at the game. I mean, the way I lose here as compared to the way I lose versus Players Online is there's no comparison. It's amazing skill going on right here. Alright, so I think he's figured out now that I'm probably sending most of my men over here to the left flank. He's got a great position now, guys, as you can see on Little Round Top. Now he holds the top, and at this point, I'm the one that's in trouble. If he holds Little Round Top, that basically means, you know, he's got what he wants. So I'm going to go ahead and try to move these guys up here. In fact, I should fall back with these guys. In fact, that's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and fall back with the Graham Brigade so that they can move back a little faster. And I'll send Wheaton up here, because the best thing we can do now is try to defend the 2 positions we still have. Otherwise, you know, nothing else really matters. Trying to get some guys here into the woods to provide some better cover for them. But I think pretty much he's got me here. Best thing I can do is try to hold these 2 positions. Alright, Kershaw's here. Let's send Kershaw back to hell. We're going to send these rebel bastards right back to hell. Right back to the slave plantations they came from. Do everything we can to shoot them down. But unfortunately, I mean, even this is just magnificent. He's pulled Kershaw up on this sort of angle, which makes it hard for Wheaton to spot him. And more specifically makes it hard for Bartlett to spot him, so they're focused here on Wofford, and they can't even pay attention to Kershaw. So that's just so cool. It was futile. Ouch! So we're going to go ahead and try to get the rest of our men here. I love his honesty. I mean, this is one reason I adore playing with Darth. He's just a good guy to play with in general, and teaches you a ton about the game. I mean, I have learned so much just in my last 2 battles with him. Every battle I learned more, and in this case I've learned never ever underestimate a Confederate charge. It doesn't matter if that Confederate enemy is low on morale. It doesn't matter if that Confederate enemy is low on condition. You damn well better be prepared to sustain that charge. If you're not prepared to sustain that charge, you're finished. They're going to crush you. They're going to beat your head in. They're going to bayonet you left to right. They don't give a damn. The Union actually has something sort of to live for, whereas the Confederacy is fighting for their very survival. And that's one thing in this battle I find to be very, very much the case. And I'm amazed the battle's actually played. Just trying to push up on those extra areas here and get a full total victory. And of course my men are pretty much finished here. I'm going to go ahead and just try to reinforce this area as much as I can because I know he's going for it. Oh, he's going for it, you sneaky bastard, Darth. I'm going to go ahead, and there we go. Haha, I got to get out Wofford on the run. Maybe not. I don't want to get too happy yet. I know I'm going to lose, but if I can delay him a little bit, I'm going to be happy. Ooh, that charge. So there we go with the Confederate charge. I mean, that thing, look at how effective that thing is, man. That Confederate charge. That thing is just so powerful. And one thing I'm going to ask Darth, and I do believe Darth did say that he's going to go ahead and drop some, maybe just drop a like on the video, drop a comment. You know, the guy's busy. If you guys have questions for him, I don't know if he's going to be able to answer them. You know, he'll try. Yes, I do. Yes, I do tomorrow, or eventually. But in any case, leave your questions down below, you know, for Darth, whatever. In this battle, obviously, you know, he is just done so damn well. I'm going to have a lot of questions for him myself, primarily, what do I do against a Confederate battle charge? You know, like, how am I supposed to counteract that? Over here with Semmes, as you guys can see with Bartlett and Semmes, Bartlett's actually managed to make Semmes retreat, but it was too little too late, you know? Like, at this point, he's taken back his position, he's got the battle in his hand, and he knows it. So we're going to go ahead and let the battle end and take a look at sort of the ending phase. And I want to see what the casualties were. I mean, I was so confident at the beginning of this battle, and there we go, it is a defeat. Losses, holy shit. I'm so glad this is the maker of the game, because this guy, look at that. He killed 6,836 of mine. He only lost 3,951. Just an amazing job by Darth. We're going to go ahead and look at statistics. And as you can see, every single one of his brigades was on top. Kershaw, Law, Texas. These are all excellent brigades, and he absolutely maxed me out and beat my ass left and right. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to post your comments down below. If you've got any questions for Darth, put them down below. He may get to, he may not. He sort of answers on an as-needed basis. And thank you so much for watching. Darth, thank you for playing with me, man, and take care.